July 16, 2026, just after 8 in the morning. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A blast echoes across the east side of the city. The Commercial Street Bridge, 75 years old, carrying 100,000 cars a day until weeks ago, drops into the valley in under 5 seconds. This is not a failure. Every charge was planned. The dust settles exactly where the engineers said it would. The debris lands in a park called Frick Park. And that detail is the whole story. Because this is the second bridge to come down into this park. The first one didn't ask permission. 4.5 years earlier, on the far side of the same park, a bridge full of morning traffic simply let go. The explanation wasn't in the steel. It was in 16 years of paperwork nobody acted on. January 28, 2022. 6:37 a.m. Snow is falling on Pittsburgh. The Fern Hollow Bridge carries Forbes Avenue across a ravine in Frick Park, 447 feet long, 100 feet above the ground. A city bus is crossing it, a handful of cars. And then the bridge is not there anymore. The entire span drops 100 feet into the park. The bus goes down with it and lands on the broken deck, upright. Everyone lives. 10 people are hurt. No one dies. That morning, by pure coincidence, the President of the United States was already scheduled to fly to Pittsburgh to give a speech about repairing America's infrastructure. He gave it hours after visiting the wreckage. Hold on to 3 details from this bridge. They all come back. Detail 1. The bridge was inspected twice a year. It had been rated in poor condition since 2011. Detail 2. It was built from uncoated weathering steel, a steel designed to protect itself. Detail 3. Its legs were something engineers call fracture critical. Remember that term. It's the mechanism. A fracture critical bridge has no backup. Most structures carry load along multiple paths. Cut one member, the others take the weight. A fracture critical design has members where that isn't true. One piece fails, the whole bridge falls. No warning, no sag, no second chance. America has thousands of these bridges. They're legal, they're inspected, and they're everywhere. Because in the 1960s and 70s, they were cheap. Fern Hollow was one of them. Now add the ingredients. Ingredient 1. The self-protecting steel. Uncoated weathering steel is designed to rust once, form a dense protective layer called a patina, and then stop rusting. It works, but only if it dries out between storms. Ingredient 2. The drains. Fern Hollow's deck drains clogged. Water poured down the legs instead. Debris piled around their bases and held the moisture in. Wet steel never forms its patina. It just keeps rusting. The bridge's defense system needed maintenance to function, and the maintenance never came. Ingredient 3. The paperwork. From 2005 to 2021, inspection after inspection recommended repairs, clean the drains, fix the corrosion. The recommendations were written down, filed, and not acted on for 16 years. Ingredient 4. The math. The bridge's load rating. The calculation saying how much weight it could safely carry was wrong. The corroded legs had quietly left the calculations behind, so on a snowy January morning, a corroded plate on one leg, one fracture-critical member, reached its limit. One plate. Then the whole bridge. That's what fracture-critical means. Subscribe if you want the systems nobody explains. New investigation every week. 6:37 a.m. The southwest leg lets go. The deck folds into the ravine, tearing open a gas line as it falls. Drivers hang in their seats. The bus driver and passengers climb out through the snow, 100 feet below the road they'd been driving on seconds earlier. Within hours, the collapse becomes the most photographed infrastructure failure in America. with the president standing in front of it. The National Transportation Safety Board spent 2 years on the wreckage. Their probable cause fit in one sentence. A corroded tie plate on a fracture-critical leg failed because the city did not act on repeated maintenance recommendations from its own inspection reports. Not hidden decay, documented decay. The file saw the collapse coming for 16 years. And then Pittsburgh did something quietly remarkable. It stopped trusting its old bridges. Which brings us back to July 2026 and the Commercial Street Bridge, 75 years old, on the far side of the same park. It hadn't collapsed. It was still standing, still carrying 100,000 vehicles a day. Pittsburgh demolished it anyway, on purpose, with its replacement already built, waiting just feet away. July 16th, 8 a.m. 5 seconds of thunder. The dust drifts over Frick Park, over both bridge sites at once. One bridge fell because the paperwork was ignored. The other fell because, finally, it wasn't. Here's the finding that should keep you up at night. The NTSB didn't just blame the city, it blamed the inspections themselves. Poor quality, they wrote. It blamed the incomplete identification of which members were fracture critical. It blamed the load ratings, which were simply wrong. Every layer of the safety system ran on schedule. Inspections happened. Reports were filed. Ratings were calculated. The system produced paper instead of protection. Fern Hollow didn't slip through the cracks. It was the cracks, measured twice a year for a decade. And the 42,067 structurally deficient bridges still carrying American traffic today are protected by that same system. This was never a story about steel. It's a story about the difference between recording a problem and fixing one, and a city that needed a bridge to fall before that difference became policy. The implosion you heard at the start wasn't destruction. It was the sound of a lesson. 4.5 years late. Every failure on this channel gets a preventability score. Fern Hollow scores 10 out of 10. The repairs were recommended in writing for 16 years. Do you agree? Defend your number in the comments. You've been watching IfVerse. See you next time.